decided to do something a little bit different comparatively to what I've been working on for the entirety of my college up to this point. I decided to attempt to write an article for Medium. And it ended up, there we go. So last week, about, I want to say, probably just Sunday, like after staring at errors on my computer for about like 8 hours, I want to say, I decided probably I need to take a break, step back, or throw my computer out the window. One of those was going to happen, so I decided to take a step back and just look around, read stuff, see what interested me mildly, and change it up. And so what I found took up that week was success psychology. And by that I mean just the general mentality and certain mental models that people take in order to have this fairly more win streak, I guess we could call it. So that would be like a business, they're just the elite of it. I didn't want to waste the time I put in last week, so I was like, okay, might as well do something with it for the work sprint. And again, it's out of my comfort zone, so why not? So here are the problems I kind of ran into with it. One, writer's block. Much like the computer issue, I stared at a piece of paper for about 8 hours or so before I wanted to throw it out the window. So that proved to be the biggest issue. The time it actually takes to write, also I didn't really rationally go about it. It takes a couple hours, many hours. I'm also fantastic at procrastinating. Like, I think I might be the best ever to do it. Because I managed to go the first day with writer's block and also finding literally everything possible to do but write. And then the other one was what was too much caffeine versus what was too little, because that helps me focus, and I definitely pushed the limit for that. And the outcome ended up being that I wrote 6 pages, so a reasonable amount, but not too much. Learned a lot about the importance of mentality with what I was writing about, because I had to understand it to an extent that I could share it. And completely irrelevant, but I practiced what I wrote. I got 3 job interviews that I went through. So that was the outcome of my work sprint. And as of right now, it's just I need to edit a lot of everything. And yeah, that's it.
All right, a couple questions for Wyatt.
What was it you were writing about?
So I noticed, it's like, I mean, I think everyone's probably read an article of like 22 things like successful person does that change their life and whatnot. And after kind of going through a bunch of those, I realized like 90% of it is complete and total BS. So I tried to condense it down to at least 10% that I saw as like reasonable and like justifiable, other than it's just like some guys doing it. And that was the topic.
So when you write, like, how many times you proofread what you write, and thinking back on the idea that you originally had, maybe changed?
So the first time, you just word vomit, get everything out, and then you rewrite, and rewrite, and rewrite, and rewrite until it's something reasonable that makes sense.
Last question.
Where can we find the article?
It's not posted yet.
When can we
So,
find
What
it?
about a rough draft?
A rough draft? I could post my kind of like word vomit. Hopefully I'll have some time this weekend to work on it. Like, I actually do want to complete this, and I definitely need to condense it a bit more. So maybe by Monday, it's the goal kind of.
Show of hands here, people who are on Medium that could connect and give us some claps. All right, so we have at least a couple of claps coming in when you get it posted. Claps are like